All right, welcome everyone to today's live stream of Subnautica Below Zero. We're getting started on this one, and we're going to just try to get through the storyline quickly on this, or at least through the first part of the storyline, because the main focus is really to get where we can build. And of course, we know stuff's going wrong, so we're gonna start working our way out. Thanks for joining in. Hey, Nikolai and Gear Guy, thanks for joining. No, Gear Guy, this is not full release. This is just they made such a, they announced they're gonna make such a major change to the story that this is the last iteration we have of the existing story. So I'm going to go ahead and play with the story like it is. Because we may see 50% of the storyline gets changed with full release. We may see 95% of the story changed with full release. Don't know yet how far they're going to take that, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and just play through the story like I've been doing in video, but more so on this, building as much as we can, trying to build as big as we can within the confines of normal gameplay. No mods, at least not for the first few live streams until we get to a point where we're kind of stuck, and maybe we decide to do mods just to add more building options until the game's finished. But yep, that's all we're doing. We're just gonna go through this and get to building. Hi, Spitzel and Emerald Dragon, thanks for joining in. I can't remember if I was supposed to do anything with the shuttle or not. Probably not. Yep, not doing anything there. We're just going over this way. I'm not going to worry about the snowman. Let's just get through this quickly so we can actually get out and start our normal survival. I probably will do different from what I've done in the videos I've been making. I'll do like a base. That will be kind of the central base once we get the big room, but I'll build another little base once I have the multi-purpose rooms to actually create like another side set. I'm just going to build big bases in this to the certain extent that I run out of stuff to build.
Understood. Be careful.
I also want to make sure we take time to really explore the game world as it is, and so we'll see. We get used to what's going on in this version of the game, and then we'll see what changes later. Alright, no tablet. We'll get a head start. We're gonna go back. So we're just going to, yeah, get through this part so I can start collecting supplies. And there we go. Okay, so it's already activating that sequence.
I'm on my way.
It's good to know you can actually speed it up instead of having to wait for certain commentary to complete.
What? I'm not on that ship.
Yep, I'm getting left behind.
It's the only one it could be. Where's it going? I'll find out. Where are you now? Still making for the base.
Yep, I'm running.
That's my best shelter now.
Getting my cardio in.
See what I can do from here.
Let's see. I was hoping it might be like a heat fruit plant right there. Grab a little snack on the way back to the base, just extra preparation. Of course, there we go. Bye-bye, base. Our base that didn't let me do anything anyway.
That's a negative. It's gone.
Negative. Bam. Alright. Very quick. Getting started. Not quite the same as with the original game, but yo, we're going. Afternoon, William. Thanks for joining in. Casper and Ballistics. How's it going? Thanks for joining in. Let's see, where... There we are. I love how they made it that you get just enough time to make it to the next air pocket. Assuming you don't mess around with, where do I go? Alright, bladderfish. Give me bladderfish. I want bladderfish because that's going to be my water source initially. Alright, I gotta wait for her to drop supplies. Oh, great. Can't collect the sea glide fragment. You'd think you'd be carrying some supplies with you, some tools of some sort while you're going somewhere. know, even it's like, oh, just go check on dude and see what's going on with him. He's not responding. All right, maybe you should take something with you. You know, you're on a hostile alien planet. Maybe at least a knife, a contact tool. You know, I guess we do have a radio in our headset or something like that. But you think we'd have something else, you know? Emergency rations. To keep stuff like that handy if you're in a survival situation. Don't just wander off. Oh, you stole my food. Or my drink. Hold on. Alright, seriously. Get that down here so I can do stuff. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, let me double check. Yes, it does not carry between game saves. We're actually going to do this all with the filmic color gradient. I want to see how much better it ends up looking. I also want to see how it acts on the performance. Doesn't seem to be too bad right now. I mean, yeah, that seems to have kicked it up a little bit on usage, but not a lot. I think it wouldn't make that big of a difference. Alright. Where's my door? Here's my door. We're gonna do, yeah, let's see. Build it, or get some water going.
Well done for surviving the evacuation.
Oh, I survived the evacuation.
It is the hard part. This lifeboat will help you survive until rescue.
Which is going to be soon, right? You know, because they should have a contingency plan for this. That was what you would be expecting, is that, hey, you know, somebody's going to plan for the fact that you might have an emergency situation and you might need to rescue somebody from the alien planet. Alright, what do I need for scanning? Battery, titanium. Fortunately, let's see, I got, yes, battery. We're going to go ahead and get the scanner tool. Because I want to unlock stuff. Faster I can do that, the better. Silicone rubber, that's going to be easy. Let's make that 2, because that's where I like to keep it. Always like to have my knife as the first thing, ready to stab. Yeah, let's get the animation out of the way. It's kind of nice how close they put you with your life pod at the beginning of this to, you know, creep vine and stuff like that. Something that's easy, you know, to get to now that you actually kind of need pretty quickly.
Oxygen.
Of course, then you have to worry about how far you are from oxygen again. I always forget about that. I get used to the large, you know, the ultra high capacity tank, and then when I start again, it's like, ah, crap, now I don't have any oxygen capacity anymore. Large plant, okay? Because I need to know large plant. That Mohawk plant. Let's hope the devs add some function for the Mohawk plant. I want to be able to plant it and have Mohawks all around the base. Come on. How cool would that be? Check out my Mohawk on my base. Yes, ballistics. As far as right now, the pod lands in the same spot every time. I think it has maybe a variation on which way it rotates. But for the most part, it seems to land in the same spot every time. At least, this is my 3rd time starting the game. And it has landed in the same spot every time on it. Yes, Travis, I've already done this part for story, but we are going to be doing it as a less of a focus in this playthrough. The live streams are not going to be so much story mode and trying to complete the story. It's going to be actually focusing just on building. But, you know, I've got to start somewhere, so we're starting again. And, alright, so now I just need to get out there and do some scanning. Let's dump supplies. That's taking up way too much space. I hope they fix the lagginess of the, you know, PDA and the interaction with containers, because there's times it's just way too laggy. Just closing a container or trying to move something, it like, oh, I don't know how to move that stuff that fast. You're going too fast for me. Coral shelf, yep, get that. Somewhere around here was that scan. I saw the sea glide. Oh, I see, I think another piece. Or is it, no, yep. Sea glide? No, grab trap fragment, okay. And it says to cut it, so we'll cut a few pieces off. There we go. Ooh, oxygen plant, yep. Now, I hope we get an option for planting those as well, because, I mean, brain corals we were able to plant in the original game. That helped. You know, you could plant, like, brain corals in some places to give yourself a place to breathe, you know, just chill, if you wanted to use it for that purpose, but I haven't seen anything yet to let me get a seed from an oxygen plant in this game. Of course, that being said, I haven't even gotten to where I can use anything other than a plant shelf in the game in my videos. When would they release the full game? I don't know, Freddy. Considering that it was supposed to be originally early 2020, you know, probably I think they were aiming for maybe the next 3-4 months. But they hired a new writer. They're revamping the storyline. And we have had no indication on exactly how bad they're going to do that. They might be revamping it just slightly. They might be ripping the whole thing apart and, you know, doing 95%. I know they're keeping characters, you know, but as far as the general story itself, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a big overhaul. Again, could be 50% of the story getting changed. It could be 95% of the story being changed. We really don't know yet. But based on the fact they're redoing the story to even some significant degree, I would expect this is probably going to be mid to late 2020 when this gets released now. Scanner room, alright. Works for me. Let's see, what else? There's got to be more. And I see it's still doing that bladderfish thing now. I don't think it's doing that anymore in my other game save where I'm doing video from it. But I think it did it only when I was first playing before I saved and quit the game. Now it's doing it again. So there's a weirdness with the bladderfish not, you know, completing the scan. I guess initially when you first play. Let's get up before I drown. Yep. Alright, so I need my scans. Come on. Scans. I need to scan you, but I also don't want you to steal this. Nope, nope, nope. You stay back. You little monkey. Oh man, they need to actually make it where you could tame a sea monkey. Like the cuttlefish was playing with you, the sea monkey would be great because they got the little hands. They could sit there and, you know, you could have tickle fights. that would be such a cool little pet to have, actually. As annoying as they can be when they try to steal your stuff, it'd be cool to be able to, you know, have them do what you wanted the stalkers to do in Subnautica. Be like, hey, here's some titanium. See this titanium? Go get it, boy. Go get me some. Let them just, you know, go out there like a fetch dog and get you some titanium. So habitat builder I actually have. I don't have to make one now. We need fins and all right. So I know I got the fiber mesh. I think I have enough for silicone and rubber. And we're gonna get that. Oh, I'm the only short one. Okay, we'll have to go get that. Well, thank you, Jake. Sun is gone. I I have no idea about the PS4 release date. I mean, you know, I just, unfortunately, I think they're more focused on just trying to get the main story done. Oh, and that's, okay, I read that wrong. So I do have enough for, where are they? Fins, and we should have the tank. So right there, very quickly. I'm right off the bat, getting going. Oh, wish, Merry Christmas to you. In the void, I don't know what they're going to do in terms of the void on this. I mean, if you look at the map, most of the map area right now, instead of it being just an empty void surrounding everything, you have this focus on mountain ridges. Like, you know, everything just kind of blocked in. You're not just swimming and swimming and swimming, but you're kind of, you know, in a certain spot, and you're just kind of enclosed by terrain, rather than it being with the original game that is just no terrain outside. I think in this case, I don't know what they're going to do with the void. They may have one section that they do something with the void on, but I feel like they're kind of doing this as a contrast to the original game. Instead of the void, you actually have the area kind of enclosed and surrounded. Alright, we're going to do this. So I have my habitat builder, and I can put a battery in it, and we do not need that. Actually, I need to put that in storage. I never use flares. I don't. Alright, it's battery for that. Sea glide. Do I have the stuff for a sea glide? Oh yeah, I still gotta scan some more. So let's put battery in, even though I don't have anything to build yet. Really? We'll grab, you know, we'll go ahead and load the battery up. I do like the dark, well, it's not just so much darker, it's the stronger contrasting color with the filmic color grading. It definitely, I mean, it's what you expect, you know, that rich color range that you see in a lot of movies, that kind of also, you know, darkened look to it as well. Like, you look at some of the movies, you look at the before editing and after editing video footage for the same spot, you see how much brighter it is before editing, and then they kind of do that cinematic effect to it. So this definitely gives it more of that feel by having the filmic. Where is that stupid scan? Come on, give me scans. You know, of course I find the scan right off the bat before I even have the scanner room, or the scanning tool. I'm stockpiling for water as well. That's... early game does not play well in this one with water. It's still better now with bladderfish back in the game than it was when you had to rely on eyes. Man, it got to where I could not find any of those. It's like they just weren't respawning correctly in the earlier versions of this. Alright, daytime. Maybe see some stuff. Come on now, where's the scans? Usually I find a ton of little scan fragments everywhere. I like going all the way over here to visit the pinglings. Come here, guys. I wanna say hi. 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 Oh. There we are, GQ. Yes, there we go. Alright. I'm stealing your baby. Attack of the penguins! They actually come after you. Yeah, that one doesn't. This one... wait, change your mind? They don't care anymore. I'm taking you. You're... what? Oh, yes, I got him. I have a pet. It's funny, I'm swimming with him. I guess I have him tucked under my arm. Hi. Well, that's interesting. Can't believe you actually can carry him with you underwater. Ah, I wonder if I could carry him in the hatch. Nope, he's trying to get away, I think. I want to see if I can keep him. The ice dragon in the game, I don't know if they're going to do anything with that. I mean, technically, they've got the ice worm. I don't know if they're going to have, like, the ice dragon. Oh, gotta put you down? Alien noises, yeah, okay. Alright, got that going now.
Twisty bridges.
I can't put you down!
Meters depth. Recorded to databank.
I can carry him! Oh, I'm keeping you. I just kidnapped Pingling. Do not report me to PETA. I kidnapped a Pingling. Oh, I'm going to have a pet. If he'll let me put him in my base, I'm going to keep him inside. He's my pet now. He's my little buddy. Because I can't have a Tiny Tim doggo in the game. He's going to be my version of Timmy. We'll call him Timmy the Pingling. Hey. You hook me up with that sulfur, dude? Like how I could collect it and still scan it after I've already taken it out of there. Because, you know, that's totally sensible. Oh, mobile vehicle bay. Alright. Seagull fragment. So far, I've seen it one time, and now I'm scanning it always from their nest. Like, I can't find any fragments out here where I normally find them. I'm kind of afraid to go in too deep right now until I have the sea glide so I can get around a little faster. Hi, Victory Shout. Thanks for joining in. I'm sure they're going to try to do something really nice for the cinematic trailer for it. I hope they worry more about fixing problems with the game first than worry about trying to make the trailer look good. I know the trailer is marketing material, you know, gets people interested. But you don't want people getting interested and then they play the game and they're like, man, this is so full of bugs. How did they release this? You know, you want them to be interested in the game, and then when they play the game, they're just astonished by how good it is. Alright, somewhere over here is the opening I came through originally at the start, and I know there is a scan by that opening for the sea glide. Single shell plant and a double shell plant. And, you know, they coexist side by side. That's so nice of them, you know, single shell, double shell, living in harmony. Oh, what we got? Thunderstorm, alright. Alright, seriously, where are the scans? Why am I not finding any sea glide stuff out here? I didn't have this trouble before. Oh, there we go. Finally. There we go. Sea glide. Fragment unlocked. Okay. We're going to make a sea glide so I can actually move better. And then I guess it's off to the twisty bridges. We're going to try to get that. Yes, there's still a lot of problems in this version. I mean, granted, this is the last version. According to what they've said recently, this is the last update we're getting before they go full release. So we're not supposed to get any micro updates from what I've seen. It's supposed to be strictly, this is it until we are ready to release the game. And at that point, then we'll get the full game. So we're gonna see a new story at that point. A lot of Earth changes. You know, it's. I know they got a lot ahead of them just to get the story working right. So I don't want to put too much expectation on. Are they going to, you know, fix enough of the bugs at the beginning? I'm sure they're going to try to. It's a question of how well they do with that, because, I mean, again, they're going to be focused a lot on trying to just get the story revamped. What was that I need? I need, oh yeah, 2 ribbon plant. I know I need a battery. Gotta make a battery. We're getting a sea glide going. When I don't have to do a battery for the, that's fine. You don't have to do a battery for the repair tool, but you do for the sea glide. I need some lube and copper wire. Okay, now, okay, I make the copper wire. Isn't it like 2 of that for the lube? No, just 1. All right. And there we go. Sea glide. Great. So I've got stuff that I really, like, don't need yet. I mean, I really don't have anything I need the repair tool for just yet. At this point, I don't have anything I need. I got 51 blueprints unlocked. That's in 25 minutes I've unlocked 51 blueprints. Of course, part of it is getting the, oh, I can do a little base. I just don't have the, multi-purpose room yet. Well, that's easy enough to get. We just gotta go in the right direction. That direction. And, you know, turn off that map. I hate the map in the game. Or, you know, that map. Not the modded map. The scanner, or the sea glide map. It's just not very helpful to me. Well, hey, Colvin, thanks for joining in. Yes, it's been, you know, I did my stream a couple of days ago. First stream in 2 weeks. I worked 12 days straight at my job trying to do a big project move, and I'm finally glad to have another day off. It was hectic trying to keep all the videos going alone along with what I was doing for work. Awesome. I have another thing there. One of these has a PDA, I think. And there's some place right here that I'm supposed to get the rebreather. I think is where it was. I found it here. That's another reason of doing all this again from the beginning, is to get familiar with it. Because if they change the story but not position of certain items, this is just reinforcing that in my head. It's getting me more comfortable with knowing where things are and getting to experiment with just the building and stuff like that that I can do. Yep, we're not going that far until I have my rebreather. Well, come on, I clicked it. There's stuff like right by here. You know, I think there was another platform I was able to get something from. Okay, there's some tech. Is this?
Approaching alien sanctuary.
Okay, so we got the sanctuary here. There we go. And this is right below where I built my base in the videos.
30 seconds.
So yeah, all right. Leave me alone, shark. There needs to be like an overdrive mode on this. Like, how come we don't have emergency speed option? Like, I gotta get up there quick, double the power. Yes, Colvin, I remember you. Josh, I like the game. It's getting there. It's still not quite where the original game was at this point in its development timeline, but I mean, the game's getting better. There's still a lot of stuff in the game, not just the bugs, but just things they implemented that are just bad implementations, bad design. I mean, I like that they're going to change the story. I know it needs it to get that grasp for people who are playing strictly for the story, not for the freedom of exploring and building. But I really hope they fix the sea truck. The sea truck is the biggest thing, in my opinion, that needs a rework in the game. It needs a complete rework. They did not do a very good job in the initial design. Alright, let's see. We got rebreather and the upgraded tank. Yep, so okay, glass, two more type. Oh, I don't have silver yet. Okay. Fiber mesh, silicone rubber, and a wiring kit. Wiring kit is, of course, silver. Yes, I don't have silver at all, do I? No. Alright, so we're heading back there for some silver. Get some water going again. If I can find some silver, I'll be okay. Almost tempting to just take supplies and actually, if I find enough, I might just build a little single tube base pod over here just to have a spot to come back up and catch my breath a little bit. Yeah, let's find that silver now. Still getting used to some of the changes to the outcroppings. I like that they changed it where it's not like, oh, you're guaranteed to get silver or gold. It's you got gold with a, chance of gold. Most likely you're going to get titanium. It does seem like at least in my gameplay, it seems like the calculation, the RNG for that kind of switches from favoring titanium in the early parts of the game to favoring the other item later. So it's like, now, like early in the game, I was getting mostly titanium, at least in my other save. And then getting further in, I started getting mostly like copper from each of those. Where I've actually had a few times where I've been running a little low on copper low on titanium, and ended up having plenty of copper and plenty of gold and silver. I'm, running out of titanium because I'm not getting as much.
Passing 100 meters.
Okay. I am going to grab... Wait, yep. Let's scan it too. I hear it growling at me. Stay back. I got my knife. I think he pushed me. Instead of being a bully, he's pushing me around. That's all they're doing.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I know about the emergency flotation device, but I mean, like, the Sea Glide itself should have an overdrive mode. Like, something that, like the Sea Truck has a boost. It's surprising the Sea Glide doesn't have an overdrive mode that drains power twice as fast and can only be used for a few seconds. Like, it's built in. You'd think that would be part of it. Like, oh, you're using this to get around, but, in case of emergency... you hit that boost and it speeds you through the water to get away from whatever is attacking you or trying to attack you. You'd think that would be, part of it. As much as they... Well, I was going to say, as much as they have stuff in place for emergency, which really isn't the case. You look at it, they don't have a lot of stuff in place for an emergency. That's why we're stuck in this situation. They have some stuff in place for emergency. They didn't plan for major emergency. They're like, oh, well, major emergency, we'll just drop this down there and let them, suffer on their own. Sea Truck definitely, well, I'll say it needs more storage. I say that it needs a redesign of the storage module because it needs more storage relative to what it looks like it has. because the design looks inefficient, you know, just in the way they got it laid out. And the fact that if you build 2 wall-mounted lockers, you technically have, I think, a few pieces more storage in the sea truck, or would have it in the sea truck if you could build in it. I think they need to ditch the fabricator module and the storage module completely. Ditch them. Don't have them at all, and just focus on having a single custom module. And that's the first thing you get. You get that, and you can build in it. And they can limit what items you can build. Like, you can't go in there and cover the whole floor with a indoor grow bed because it won't have room to fit. But they could do something like that. They could make it work better by just doing a custom module that lets you choose what to put in there to a certain degree. And you could go there and say, hey, I'm going to put in 2 wall lockers and on this side, 2 on this side, and have more storage than I would have had with 2 of the storage modules. Or I'm going to put 2 wall lockers here and a fabricator here, and I still have more storage and functionality than 2 modules in the current design. You know, there's more they could do with it by giving freedom to the player in how they use it, as opposed to just saying, here's the pre-designed look of it, and now you're stuck. And the pre-designed look is not logical. I mean, look at our modern scientific, you know, one-man submersibles. You go in there, you have a lot of instruments, a lot of stuff crammed in there. Is, you know, the sea truck in its current state is kind of like sending the Mars rover up there with a camera and a little probe and having all this other stuff that's just there for cosmetics. But you could actually put a lot more instrumentation there, and you did it. You know, we have a completely useless wall in the fabricator module, which, to me, would make sense to have it as a standalone spot to dock power cells. Imagine having not a way to charge power cells, but a way to dock separate power cells just for the fabricator module. So the fabricator module would have its own power source, and when detached from the sea truck, would be able to provide power for the other modules from those power cells. That would fit with the whole idea. It's a deployable, you can leave it behind, little mini base. Because when you detach from the sea truck, you lose power. Can't fabricate or anything, so it would make sense that it would have standalone power for the fabricator module. And how dare you bite me? I'm just passing through, you gotta try to nibble on me. Yeah. Yeah, they want it to be the new Cyclops and the new Sea Moth. They want it to be, instead of, you know, using either of those, they want you to use the sea truck. And what they've done is, instead of giving you the choice of, like, do you want to use the sea truck, yes or no? It's, well, this is all we're giving you right now, so you're going to use the sea truck. Oh, you don't like it? Well, that's what you're using right now. That's what we put in the game for you to use, so you're going to use it. If I had the Sea Moth in the game where I could build it, I would absolutely build it and not use the sea truck. Alright, let's do a compartment here. Ooh, I'm way down here too. I'm not going to get enough power from this.
30 seconds.
Am I? Oh, I am getting power. Cool. And I'm right here by that. Good. Okay.
30 seconds.
Alright, cool. So we can have that. If I've got... Now we're going to do battery charger. Also going to need a wiring kit. Okay. That might wait. I might switch the battery out with the other one. See, I still haven't made a rebreather because I can't find any silver. That'll just give me a nice little spot for oxygen. I'm not worried about too much with it. I just want silver and such. Oh, hey. I almost missed that.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased. 30 seconds.
Yeah, okay. There's somewhere around here I'm going to find my silver and gold stuff. Or, you know, just more lead.
30 seconds.
Probably should put a beacon there, right? How much slower you move in the game? I don't know if it's just your normal speed or if it's just the design of the terrain makes it look slower. I know it's very noticeable in the sea truck. You have that one module and it's like, you know, you go from a good walking speed in the sea truck to like you're hobbling along. Like you're just, you know, each time you add to it, it feels more and more like you're just kind of
30 seconds.
there. And you're basically tying your feet to a weight or something. Like, it's like you're wearing ankle weights. You're normally fine. You put a module on the sea truck, you add 5 pounds to each ankle. Put another module on the sea truck, you add another 5 pounds to each ankle. And instead of working harder to keep the same speed, you just don't move as fast. And it just gets worse and worse. I understand adding more weight, more drag to it makes it harder to move, but it's one of the most annoying elements of it is like it's not that useful when you put enough utility on it. You know, I'm ignoring the aquarium module because it's not going to help me enough at the moment in my other game save. I wanted to use the player module because, hey, that's, you know, growing food to take with you. I don't want to use the sleeper module. The sleeper module, unless they make sleep an actual requirement for survival, like if you don't sleep, you know, you start to hallucinate or your energy level drops or you start to get sick. That would be interesting. That would be more realistic. You having some kind of negative effect from never sleeping at all. But until sleep is in that state in the game, there's really no reason to bother with it. I mean, it's just there's no point in having a sleeper module unless you want for cosmetics, and all you're gonna do is add, you know, a decrease in speed to your sea truck driving around. It's just gonna make things worse for you. All right, do I have room for you? Yes, I do. We'll toss that stuff in, as you know, this stuff I keep and make some use of. Let's get some more water going. The sleeper module is awesome for the jukebox. I mean, I like the fact they added a jukebox like that and you can do your music in the game, but I don't need to go around with a soundtrack. If I wanted that, I could just have music playing in the background separate through the PC, you know? And that's all I would have to do to have soundtrack in the game. So it's a nice little touch, but it doesn't for me add enough value to it to bother with it. Like, I'll just use this jukebox for cosmetics only. Alright, we still need silver. Somewhere there is silver available. I know I've found it in a lot less time than the other save. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with it now. I got a spare battery, so that will help. And I've got an empty battery I can use for something else. gonna lay off the outcroppings until I find the right ones.
Emergency crash detected nearby.
I forgot about that one. We'll go check this out. I get something good. I know the what was it? The nutrient block, and I think there was like a flare. I can't remember if it had any scans or not. I'll get these. You think that would be scannable, sitting right there and next to a scannable item? Oh, grab the PDA.
New technology
Compass. Alright, yeah. Flare, I was right. And disinfected water, okay. Isn't there like a... Okay, right above that. Really, that's just to point you to the spot where, hey, guess what? There's stuff down here you can go into and find things. It's the new blood kelp zone. Essentially. I'm about to be out of power. Oh. Maybe, nope. You know, that, yes, there we go. Silver, alright, so that is at least the, what was it, the rebreather? One piece of silver for the rebreather? I know I need two. Ah! Alright, yeah, we'll eat the nutrient block. I'm coming back! After I got at least the rebreather. You know what? Where is it? There we go. It was meant for the other spot, but I can use that temporarily until I can get back over here. Oh, you're welcome, Josh. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Hello, Hank. Why can't... oh, your RAM is messed up? Like your RAM's failed on you and you're finding some way to resolder it, or your RAM's gone out and you're replacing it? I hope it's not all of your RAM, because that would kind of be worrisome if well, I mean, if you have more than one stick and all the sticks went out at the same time, I'd be a little worried. That'd make me think something else was maybe wrong in the system. Should see if I could build a base through that. I mean, it's immediately right next to this. But imagine building a base that goes through the middle of that with a tube that just comes up. It looks kind of like a misshapen tooth in a way. Alright, rebreather. Oh no, I need the wiring kit for that, was it? Okay. So that I need one more glass. And apparently I have to still take that out. Let's see, we can put those up, put that up, that. Alright, that's enough to get... Nope, can't do it. We'll throw in the 2 lead. Sure. Yeah. I don't see why it can't sit there and accept that. You got it. It's on you. Just take it off automatically. Alright, and so that means... Basically, yeah, I just need now 2 more silver for that. That's the problem. Okay. So high capacity tank. There we go. Well, I guess I could just save the beacon and, you know, well, we got the supply cache. Let's We'll turn that beacon off because I have emptied it. There we go. You lost one stick. Oh, yeah, 8 months old is definitely, shouldn't be happening. It should still be good. I mean, I've got the same RAM in this for 3 years now, no problems. I've got the same RAM in my old gaming desktop that I built in 2009. It still works. But yeah, if it's failed in 8 months, there's definitely something wrong with that RAM. And there we go. Save some power. Come on, you know you want to give me, like, you know, tons of silver right now. I know you do. Oh, get away from me, I hear you. He's coming after my, my sea glide. Oh, this is the area I don't like. This is very twisty-turny. Cave section right here. This is where you end up getting, like, lost and dying from suffocation. Ooh, I actually outran him. I have noticed the crash fish seems to have a lot. It's either we are slower in the game than in the original game by a significant enough amount, or the crash fish are just that much faster. I have had plenty of times where I did not manage to get away from the crash fish while using the sea glide. I don't remember this from before. Maybe this is that part where you find your way in and it's kind of like it works you back to the original area. It's just interesting. I found another little... Ooh, I like the color there. Yeah, this is definitely one where I'd want to have... Oh, hey, you know, a spot to get out there. Oh, yeah, this has got to be that area that I went through. It takes you up to a certain spot towards the precursor location. And then kind of, couldn't go any further. Alright, we're looking for another entrance for sea monkeys. And I guess not. Oh, hey, right there. Silver, okay. I think that's enough. I think that has... Oh, hey, right there, silver! Thank you. Okay, so that's some extra. That's enough for the rebreather, and I'll say, actually, I think the, was it the battery charger was the other one that needed it? Maybe go ahead and try and make a battery charger in that little tent base over there like I was thinking. Alright, this will get me the rebreather. We could go down to the sanctuary, get the next part going in the story, and I might just head straight for the big mountain island so I can maybe unlock the next part quicker. Alright, we need the... yeah, wire kit, there we go. Greetings, you in Serbia, Eden. The AZ, the stream for Below Zero is because, well, you know, they announced that the story is going to change. They've got a new writer. They're going to redo the storyline. And so I decided, you know, it's a good time to, and you know, switch to this and see what we can do with it. Of course, I'm doing the videos for the story, but in this we're going to play a lot more focusing on the building as well as going through the parts of the story necessary for that, to, you know, just see what we can do. And then once it's full release, we'll be able to see really how much changes in the long run. What the? Okay, come on now. Oh, I made lubricant, not silicone rubber. I thought I made silicone, or I thought it was lubricant I needed. All right, let's go grab that. That's quick and easy. Where's that? It's over here somewhere. Well, it was over here somewhere. I know it was over here. It was somewhere nearby. I mean, I was... it's one of these directions. I step out and I'm right at the edge of the kelp. There we are. Oh, I grabbed 2. I think that should be enough. Date. Well, I know one thing that's going to change with the story is a big chunk of it. They're keeping the characters, they said, but they felt like the character development, which I think is probably just them looking at, you know, comments and reviews on forums and on Steam, that, you know, the game, the story doesn't fit as well. I mean, the original game, one of the best things I've seen people saying, comparing this to the original game, is, of course, in the original game, we had that sense of isolation. You know, you were on your own, and now we don't get that because that's not what I meant to use. Why do I have that even there at all? It's supposed to be that on my 5 spot, and that's 4. How did that change? Oh well, we get a nice light show wherever that went to. But yeah, they're going to do a major revamp on the storyline. I don't know how much. It could be 10% of it changed, but I'm leaning more likely towards the 90% of it being changed. If we do that, I could do a fabricator in that little base too, so I just need 2 copper, which I've got, and I need 1 more silver. So let's go collect this. I'm gonna grab a couple of bladderfish whenever I see them, and we'll just go make some water over there, hang out, get into the sanctuary. Let's see, we're not even just now coming up on an hour in. I'd say I'm doing pretty decent on the pace. I mean, considering how much I've unlocked already, I could go and be building a much larger base than I have. But I want to get at least the multi-purpose room. That's like the big thing for me. I like that a lot better than just using the little tubes. Oh, we'll grab that, you know. Alright, so we're gonna need, yep, a little bit more water. I'm kind of getting a little low. Gotta find that other base. Should be easy, right? I mean, you know, the only eye connector sitting out here. Not like somebody else has got another little base section like that built here. At least we're not having to worry about, at this point, you know, radiation suit, you have to get it done by a certain time, otherwise you start to suffer. You know, we at least get the rebreather quickly, and then it's a matter of worrying about getting the cold suit later, when we actually have to spend more time on land. Still feel like they could do more with the actual design of the land area. Yes, it's supposed to be horrible winter area, but I think they could do a little bit better job than they've done with it. Alright, get one of these. Just don't have enough for the other stuff. This will just help with power. When the sun comes back up, that is.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, we're gonna just do very simple fabricator and a battery charger here. This will just be temporary until I get more stuff going. And I need, of course, the one piece of silver, which I did not find. And I need one copper. Fairly easy to get down here. Let's we'll just go straight down this way. I think there's gonna be plenty of supplies down here. And if I need to, I mean, I don't know how many more hits it'll take with a regular blade, but I know it won't take much with a thermal blade to kill one of these guys.
Seek fluid intake.
Diamond! Yeah, Josac. There you go. Am I going to do a modded series? I will later. Not anytime soon. I'm pretty much... the way I've got it set is I'm going to wait until full release to do any modding. I'm going to play completely vanilla right now. And then upon full release, if they have not fixed the numerous issues with the sea truck, I'll be modding specifically for the sea truck, specifically to, you know, fit some of the weirdness and the just, you know, poor design of it. I'm really hoping that they do a major overhaul on it for full release, because it needs a major overhaul. But that will be the first mods I applies. If they do not fix the sea truck, I will be throwing mods on the game to fix the sea truck, and then playing like normal beyond that. Then after I've done at least one round in the game without any other mods, I'll worry about a full mod loadout. But I'm not jumping on the mods yet. The game is still fairly fresh, you know, for me. I'm not like burned out on the original vanilla version, so it'll be a while before I do a modded playthrough, a true modded playthrough. I forgot to drop that stupid beacon off. There it is. The cold element affects the player. Yes, it's not as bad as it was in a previous version of the game. In a previous version, they actually had it way too dramatic. I mean, you're talking 20 seconds, you would start hearing your heart rate slow. Now it's not as bad, which is a very good thing. But it's still not great, I would say. Let's go ahead and do the copper wire. I know I'm going to need that. And we have got aerogel available now. I'm going to get my water going. I'm dying of thirst here. And we got some sunlight coming down, fortunately, so there we go. All right. Still need one silver. And of course, we got a lot of scans down here to make. I mean, I'll get the sea truck unlocked very easily down here. There we go. There's some sea truck fragment. There are other places I could go to unlock stuff for the sea truck, but you know, this is good enough. And let me switch that. I don't need the repair tool right now. So we take that out and I'll have a fresh battery to use when this one empties. It's about to go out on me. The filmic definitely makes some stuff harder to see in the dimmer areas. It almost makes it feel in some cases like I've got my gamma settings off a bit. Fabricator module, the, you know, semi-useful stuff. Yep, getting lithium, that's, you know, always good to grab stuff like that. Storage module, so if I get like one of each, not even getting a full unlock yet. Oh, wait, what was that scan? Something I picked up. Must have been a fish. Triops. Triops. I hear the big guy. Does it sound like the big guy? Yep, here he goes. Ah! Come here. I'm gonna scan you. It's time for my probe. Stay still. No, you didn't stay still. Let's see, 25 hits is, I think what it was I counted on this. Alright, he's running scared. I'll leave him be. I need to scan stuff and keep my oxygen up anyway, so I'll kill him later. There we go. Sea truck fragment.
New technology created.
Right. I love how the sea truck looks like a sea moth, but is not as useful. I've noticed they actually have updated the icons for some stuff on the sea truck, and then other stuff, it's just the generic sea moth still. So they're still missing even icons for certain things in the game right now. And at this same point, they're saying, oh, we're about to do a big overhaul of the story. So yeah, I'm not expecting this game in the first half of 2020. I will be surprised if they get this out in the first half of 2020, because I just see this being a case where they're going to either have to pay a lot of people for long hours to get this done in the first half of the year, or we're going to see this second half of the year being full release then. And that's just going to be the PC version. I bet it's going to be 2021 before we see any console version getting close to full release. I got 2 things unlocked. Still need some silver. We need diamond around here. Alright, I'm going back up. I'm going to look for some silver. I know there's got to be some around here. I mean, there's diamond here. There's got to be silver nearby. Oh. Sea truck log. Kind of like the captain's log, I guess. Is kind of the intention there. It's supposed to be a big, important deal, but I don't see it being that important. Alright, let's get in here. I'm going to put some stuff charging while I have at least some sunlight. 15% charge. Oh yeah, I still need one more silver. Come on. One silver, that's all I need. I mean, I found some silver just laying out on the normal surface area. Why can't I find it again? Oh, oh, oh. Please, please, silver. No. I feel like this time the silver ones are less abundant than they are in my other game save. Like I have a ton of silver in the other game save because I'm just finding it all over the place. Here, I'm not finding it. Oh, that's lead. Oh, there we go. Silver! Great! Alright. Docking bay. They do have a... Well, I mean, you can still dock the moon pool. They just don't have a dock that... or a docking system right now that supports the sea truck module. So you dock the main sea truck component and the extra modules disconnect, which means if you have stuff in a storage module, you then have to go back into the water and swim down to get it, which is very irritating. I'm hoping that they're going to do something similar to how they have the big room now, the longer rectangular shaped room. We're going to get something like that in the game that is basically the variation of the moon pool for that component. So we have, you know, a longer docking bay, longer docking module for that. And I'm going to swap this out for now so I can do this because I'm not going to need any building in a moment. I'll put that in. You know what? I have not saved yet either, so let's save before I forget. The water filtration machine is in the game. You have to, it is unlocked from one of the bases I haven't got to yet. PD, this is available now, still early access if you want to get it, but full release will be sometime next year. I'm betting end of the year, like I was saying. Overhaul, like they did Cyclops. I'm not sure what you mean, Bake. Yeah, Travis, I know you can still spawn things with the console commands in the game, which it means, you know, they did port things in. The sea moss there in the game, they just haven't made it part of the normal gameplay where you can get it. You know, it again goes back to, we're going to implement a new item called the sea truck, and we're pretty sure people are not going to like it. So instead, what we're going to do is make them have to use it. Instead of it being, here's the sea moth and the sea truck, take your pick. It's, here's the sea truck. You don't get the sea moth yet. So, yeah, this is your option. Let us know what you think, though. And I just see so many complaints about the sea truck and how bad it is that you think they would have already tried to do something with it. But I'm having a feeling like they're going to pull a Sonic the Hedgehog type thing where, you know, the movie was... The question is, people were kind of joked about it, but it might be true.
Hello?
Did they create an intentionally bad character design knowing people were going to be irate about it and ask for it to be redone, saying it would induce nightmares?
You're not sure of my intentions.
And so now we got a redone Sonic the Hedgehog for the movie. So I wonder if they're like, we're going to do a really bad design for the sea truck, and then when we release the game fully, we're going to have a new design, and even though it may not be great, it's still going to be way better than the original. So it may be a case that they're trying to convince us that this is good just because we get something that's better than what we have.
My PDA.
Can you give me my scanner?
Hello?
Yeah. There we go. Targeting is kind of bad on the ion cubes. Alright, we're gonna do the whole sequence with the Borg assimilating
This is
me.
where you're stored, isn't it?
Presently, yes.
It really is. It's the Borg, and they're assimilating you into their collective mind. That's why you hear their voice.
Until now.
This is a Star Trek crossover.
From the terminal.
Is that what you'd like?
I have hours to live.
Hours? It doesn't work very well when after this you die in minutes.
Yes.
Finish scanning. There. Oh, it launched me on top of the hologram. It treated the hologram as a physical object and put me on top of it.
Storage medium accepted.
Wait, what?
PD, I know you're saying console is as powerful as PC, so they'll have it close afterwards, but they're still working on the PS4 the console versions now compared to the PC version. The PC version of the game is still full release for Subnautica, and they still have old bugs in the console version that's not in the full release. It's technically not full release still. I know some people have been talking about they can still build solar panels in the console version of Subnautica on the Cyclops, which is not part of the final game. That gets taken out because that doesn't make sense.
Sanctuary power.
Even though it's a cool feature, it got taken out because, hey, you could break that solar panel off with that setup. But yeah, they still have a lot. It's not a matter of power for the consoles. It's a matter of porting the code over. And that takes a bit of time. I'm going to go this way. Shortcut. I think. I had it. I had. Oh, come on. I can make some of those jumps. I can't make this jump. Why? I walked across that. Like, not jumped. I just basically walked over it and I was fine. Alright, there we go. Yes, resistance is futile. It's... I know I like that they animated it. Because originally, I'm pretty sure it was just a static, like, no animation to it. It was like, this is the Borg. That's what it is. It's not the precursors, not the architects. It's the Borg. That's all it's going to end up being in the end. And then they're like, oh, we're going to animate it. So it's not the Borg. It's kind of like the Borg, but it's not the Borg because it's animated. But yeah, there's some stuff in here. You know, sea truck aside, there's some stuff that I really think that they kind of were just lacking on the creativity for it.
Yours or mine?
I cannot recall.
Oh.
Wait.
Let's
What's your name?
Oh yeah, here we go. We get that.
I had
Al
a pet
and.
owl once. I called
I'm just
him
gonna put
Ketchup.
this here for now.
Don't make me name you too.
So we'll do that stuff like that, so it frees up some space. Well, actually, you know, I'm gonna
I waited my
keep that.
whole life to meet a spacefaring alien.
And we have blueprints.
You're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No. No.
All right, so we can make the sea truck and the storage module at least.
I will alert you when I have.
And oh yeah, mobile vehicle bay. I think. All right, I'm just gonna leave that stuff here. Take this other stuff back. We're gonna head back to the survival pod because I have a lot more supplies there. We're gonna make the sea truck and the storage module at least. I'm not gonna worry about fabricator yet. That will be next because you have to use that to make the upgrade modules, which I think is just their way of saying they're forcing you to make the fabricator module, because I was perfectly fine without it. I barely used it in the other game save other than, you know, making the... I think I've actually used it as many times in the other game save as I used it to make the upgrade modules. It's just not that useful because you don't have a lot of storage to store plenty of stuff, and it's just there's not enough reason to be gone that long with it. Now, if they gave a battery charging module in there, yeah, I could see you being gone for longer. But I use one of my storage containers just for power, another one just for food and water, and that leaves me with 3 small storage containers to put stuff in. Alright, I know I had to have titanium ingot for, what was it, one, was it the deployable? Yep, that, okay, so we need that. I got lubricant. I got these. I got some gold. I know I'm gonna need the gold. Computer chip. I thought I grabbed 2 table coral samples. No, I grabbed 1. And I have no copper. That's interesting. I actually am out of copper now. So, yeah, copper. Nope. Hold on, give me that one more piece. There we go. All right. So, copper wire now. And that will give me the mobile vehicle bay. Then we'll worry about the sea truck and storage, because I'm going to go ahead and get both of those. Yeah, the moon pool fabricator is good, but you know, it takes a little bit longer in the game to get that than, or at least it did for me in the other playthrough that I'm doing. It took a lot longer to get to that point than it did just to get the fabricator module built. And it goes back also in that case to, you know, why it's still a case of they are forcing that on you. Because if you look at the prawn suit in comparison, the prawn suit, you're actually finding like some of the modules just right out there in the open. You're really just making like the drill and such. Alright, so we're going to need that and that. So I'm going to free up some space here. I know I can make the titanium ingot. I'm going to need another one for plasteel. Which... alright, so I still have that 2 lithium there, so I'm gonna need 1 more titanium ingot. I should have enough for that. Sit lead. That is gonna be a problem. So we're gonna do sea truck first, of course. So the sea truck I'll be able to get. 2 glass is not a problem. The power cell and the advanced wiring kit's gonna be the interesting part. So power cell, 2 batteries. You know, that's fine. I can drain a couple of them. So I need 2 silver ore and 2 table coral samples, 2 silver ore, 2 more copper. All right, so I need 2 more copper for copper wire. I know that. And then I'll check and see what I have in terms of silver and gold. I think I am out of silver. But there is a spot not far away. I know I will find some silver. Or at least it was, you know, I was finding silver there a moment before. I think we are an hour and 23 minutes in. It definitely feels like, I mean, it's not as fast on the flow of time right now in this. It doesn't feel like I've been playing for an hour 20. It feels kind of like I've been playing longer. I don't know if it's just my sense of accomplishment is not being fulfilled by the game in this state, but it feels like I've been playing for longer than an hour 24, 25. It feels, I would say I've been playing for about 2 hours now. If it was the original game, I'd definitely be like, yeah, I've been, you know, I'm about 2 hours in, is what it feels like. I'm gonna grab quartz too. I'll make some more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some more batteries, which will of course need some more copper anyway. Oh, and now I'm gonna have to make another power cell in the end, because it's only gonna come with 1 power cell, and I want 2 in there because I want to make sure I have maximum power for right now. I think it's right. Yeah, it requires 1 power cell to make it, and then you have room for a second, so I really need to be able to make 2. I mean, it's nice that they don't sit there and make you have to stick with making both power cells just to get it built, but At least the weather, I mean, outside of the obvious blinding snowstorms, at least it's not that bad. You don't go up there and you start getting pelted by hail and it's like physically hurting you. See, alright, yeah, so we're gonna do battery and a battery. I'm gonna swap a couple out. I'll do copper wire. I got that table coral sample. Do I still have 2 of those? Yes, I do. And I need to make a couple of waters. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Travis. I feel like they should have more of the stuff that's specific to the changes in this game being made as a later item to unlock. I know they're again, you know, they're pushing the sea truck on you to get you to use it. More so than, you know, just saying, oh yeah, you just whenever you get to it, you know, when you get to that point, then you can make it. No, they want you to use it earlier rather than later, because they don't want you to get, they don't want to give you the sea truck or sea moth, let you build a sea moth, and you get the sea truck, you're like, you know, I don't really want this. I'll stick with the sea truck or the sea moth, the original setup that worked, and not try it. This was more of they wanted to make you use it. Let's see, alright, wiring kit. Yep, I still need 2 silver ore, right? Yeah, I need 2 silver ore. We're gonna toss a little bit of that. I don't think I need that. Plenty of diamond. Go in, yeah. I've got a little bit more lead. Let's see, we're gonna turn a beacon back on. There we go, yep. Because I know that cache is right next to the little tunnels for the sea monkeys. We'll go play with some monkeys. Well, I know, again, you know, like Victory, you know, they're gonna have some kind of end goal. The end goal is to get off the planet again. In this case, you've got, I mean, yes, you know, the whole idea of the infection stuff. In this case, we actually have to get the artificial intelligence out of our head. That's part of what we're suffering from in this case. But, you know, they're getting ready to do a big revamp on the story. I think we're going to see a pretty significant change overall and everything. So, there's no telling what's going to end up being the big focus later on. I'm sure it's still going to be a case of we're going to have Alan, the alien AI, in our head, that we got to get rid of him, get him back somewhere else before he causes us to, like, hemorrhage out or something. You know, kind of a Johnny Mnemonic theme to it, which is kind of surprising, you know, that they went that route. But, you know, beyond that, they're probably going to add some other little twist to it. Say, oh yeah, you're going to focus on this now, and this is supposed to help with the character development. We can only wait and see once we get to that point. And again, that point might be second half of next year. I would be really surprised if they got out quicker than that. Just because they're going to redo such a large part of the game. I would really be surprised if they got it out quickly because of this, the amount of work they're going to be putting into it. Alright, going back. How much silver do I have? 3 silver. I think that's all I needed. I'll look around. There might be some more silver outcroppings along this area on the ridges. Really not having very good luck right now. Like I said, it seems once you get past a certain amount of time in the game, the random number generator starts to favor the rare material for each outcropping, as opposed to at the beginning favoring more titanium. Bell Tiger, I'm going to say it's worth playing through Below Zero now, because what you play through now is not going to be what it is when full release comes out next year, because they are doing, as been said a few times in this stream already, the last big announcement other than this update was they've hired a new writer to redo the storyline for the game and try to build better character development and, just connection to the characters, to make you want to play the story. So it's worth playing through it now, just because this variation will not be the same thing you get at full release. And yeah, I agree. I think it's going to probably be, at the least third quarter of 2020, if not closer to fourth quarter 2020 for that. So if you're wanting to wait for full release, you're probably going to be waiting a while. Let's see, that's two batteries. All right, we're going to do the power cell, and I need my rubber. Yep. There we go. I don't know if we're going to get warpers at this point. I mean, generally this was supposed to be the majority of the content for the game at this point, not, like they were originally saying this is going to be 90% of the content. Then it became it's going to be all but the fourth and fifth act of the story. Then it became we're doing a new story, so this is the last time you'll see this version of the story. So there's no telling. They may add warpers. I'm betting more likely they won't in the end. I think they're going to end up not doing that. Alright, so we need 2 lead. Oh, I actually do have the stuff for a wiring kit. Let's go ahead and make that. I can go find some lead fairly easily, I think. And we'll go with that. Jay Hurd, yes, I am. Well, at least for now, I'm done streaming on Twitch. Maybe if Twitch starts to improve upon some things again, I might come back to it, but it's a completely different platform in terms of live streaming. Most of my interaction, my traffic comes from the videos, so Twitch is much more for the in the moment, not the viewing afterwards. YouTube just integrates a lot better in terms of the live stream and the video aspect for me. I get a lot of views after the stream is over with on YouTube for the videos, for the live stream stuff after it stays up. Twitch, I barely get anything. So I just decided I'm going to put all my effort into YouTube, even though I like the idea of diversifying by doing Twitch and not having all my eggs in one basket, as that saying goes. But in the end, I can't sit there and do 2 or 3 streams a week on Twitch and feel like I'm making no progress. I'd already been planning on leaving before, some of the big streamers left. And, there's other, even smaller streamers that I've seen stuff about that left Twitch just because of changes in policy, how they handle certain things. There's a couple times I went on there and saw one of the top 5 streams was porn. Somebody streaming that, and it had got to be one of the top 5, and apparently, Twitch wasn't trying to block something like that. So it's just, I might go back to Twitch later down the road, but it's gonna be after I am full-time with YouTube, that this is making me enough money that I could quit my job and do just this, and then I could say, I have some time to spare, I'll do a Twitch stream 1 day a week and just see what happens. But they'll also have to make some changes on the platform to improve the quality of things, because they just don't have it balanced right now for discoverability. That's why so many of the bigger ones and even smaller streamers have started going to Mixer, because Mixer actually has it set up pretty well for promoting even small streamers better. And Twitch doesn't do that. I knew it. I knew he was going to bite me. Alright, come here. Come here. Yeah, fight each other. How about that? Ah! Silver, okay. Nope, titanium. This is why I struggle in the beginning to have any of the other good stuff, because I get titanium from everything. It's like 1 in 5 for some of this stuff. Drop rate on the actual, rare item. And then later in the game, I'm sitting there seeing more like, 1 out of 2 for the rare material. There we go.
30 seconds.
Ah, he can't catch me. Well, I don't think YouTube really bites in the behind. I mean, yeah, it could pay out better, but they've got a lot of employees to worry about too. They've got other stuff they got to worry about. They've got the whole thing with Kappa hitting them right now, and they're just trying to improve. But in the end, it's a business for them. They are worried first and foremost about advertisers, because that pays for everything. That makes the money that they can pay the YouTubers. Same with Twitch. Twitch is more concerned with the advertising and getting people to watch for that advertising, so they make money, than actually taking care of the content creators themselves directly. But if you had a platform by content creator for content creators, at some point it's going to become the same thing where the money value comes in and you're having to worry about, are we making enough money to keep things going? Put that away too. I know I'm going to need some more titanium ingots later, so we'll just compress things down a bit. I need lead. I didn't get any lead on that trip. Alright, let's get food. I want some fresh sushi.
New creature discovered.
I don't have to eat the nutrient blocks. I want to save those as emergency supplies. I want to save my sea truck's power until I absolutely have to use it for moving things around. The game seems less scary without Reapers and Warpers. I mean, it is to a certain extent less of that like jump scare, I would say, that the original game has. But it's not like it's just not scary at all. There's a few points where you can, get attacked like that. I mean, there's some creatures that will try to eat you like the Reaper. It's just, you're going to get away. There's not much where it's just going to grab you. If you don't try to fight or something, you might get eaten. They're not quite as swift. They're not as loud, I will say that. You don't have that loud, roar that you hear coming and you kind of like, oh, crap. And I guess maybe just more the fact that, it feels not like I'm in a Cyclops where I might be struggling to get out of the area and not be, have it destroyed, which really never was that much of an issue for me anyway. But it's, it feels like I'm not going to worry about that as much because I'm in the sea truck. And as long as I don't put, more than, say, 2 modules on it, really, I can escape pretty well. Once you put that 3rd module, especially if it's got the prawn suit on it, you're kind of losing enough of your speed and mobility that you could be readily, destroyed by some of these creatures in here, some of the Leviathan ones. But it's still not like a startle scare. I don't get that in this game. Alright, come on. Lead. Seriously? Is there like... There we go. Alright, that's 2. There we go. Christopher Reeves. Alright. Thanks for the subscribe. If you are with us right now. Alright, give me one more piece of lead. David Tetley, thank you for the subscribe too. Yes, lead. Aha, got it. Hello, Yulapa. Questions? Yeah, it's still early access. They'll probably have something else. They'll tweak some of the animations, make things a little bit more of a startling factor. They'll add some louder, you know, animal noises. I just know, I mean, and it's been a while since original Subnautica was at this state, but from what I remember, I feel like original Subnautica on the last update before full release happened, it felt better than this. So I feel like they're going to ultimately have their work cut out for them. And where, there we go. We're going to go right to making the storage module. So at least I could carry stuff. There we go. Storage module underway. So now I can start breaking down all my junk. And we can go somewhere and get another temp base set up. Then we'll take these. So I can set up some of my storage at least a little bit. Oh, it crashed on it. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I can't enter the sea truck that way. What? That's not the sea truck. That's the storage module. There we go. Now I'm entering the sea truck. We're going to do food, water, like I've got in my other game. And power for backup batteries and power cells. But that I will worry about after the fact. So there goes that. That will cover for now. And then we're going to toss into the very small. I mean, that looks like a wall locker. That looks like it would have a lot more storage than it does. And I mean, that's terrible. That's just bad design. Alright, we're gonna grab that. I'm gonna take that. Actually, I'll wait and get that last. We're gonna go and make a new base after I unpin this. Gotta take my baby Pingling, my pet, with me too. You know, he's coming along for the ride. I'm not ditching him. That's my little buddy. He is gonna be part of the whole ordeal. He's going to suffer alongside me. You know, that's good enough for that. I'll come back. I know I've got a couple of things left. I mean, playing so far. I'm sorry, this feels actually fast now that I'm just getting into it for the first time in this one. David, I would go ahead and get it if you want to try this version of the story. If not, then wait for full release. PS4 gamer, please watch the comment there. I don't want to have to mute you. You know, I know you're getting around the profanity filter, but yeah, please watch the comments there. Alright, if you're just going to spam the channel, I'm going to, you know, yeah, there you go. I'm going to put you in timeout. Victory, I don't know if pinglings are going to be the new cuttlefish. I kind of feel like they might could be, but I think they would actually just need to have instead the sea monkeys be the new cuttlefish. I think we should be able to tame them and play with them because they have hands. I mean, wouldn't it just be cool to be like, yeah, I can tickle the sea monkey and have it like actually fetch things with its hands and stuff like that. And I built right here. This is where I built the other base. And I like the location. We might go ahead and do that here too, but we're gonna do a different design at this spot. I think we're gonna do just something a little bit more varied than my other game save. We're definitely gonna do big bases and experiment with how certain parts can interact together. And honestly, this just has such a good spot. It's got, I mean, decent proximity to thermal plants, other than having problems with the power transmitters not working right. Actually, I'm not going to build there. That's where I built, spanning that. I think we're going to build out here. Closer to the Cryptosuchus. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll just start something new right here. Just temporarily to get things going. Till I have the multi-purpose room and the big room. Those are the main ones I'm worried about. And I know I've got solar panels down below I can go get. So we're going to have at least some kind of base structure going today. Yes, you can get the Snow Fox legitimately. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think that's very well done either. The controls feel, I mean, yes, I know they're trying to do a sliding thing because it's going over snow, but it feels like the controls are not actually that. It's more of just it's unpolished in the controls. Like they need to tweak them a little bit still. And it's just got such limited functionality in reality. It makes it more of an obstacle course trying to get around than it should be with it. I need copper ore. I know I got a bunch of quartz. Surely I put some copper away. Yep. There we go. That's 2. To get power going. There we go.
Power restored.
Okay, great. So we've got power in there. I need my other stuff, my other little base broken down. Let's dump that in there. Go to my beacon, wherever that beacon, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna go to the beacon and break it down so I can. I really don't need that base. I'll keep the, I mean, that is a good spot right above the really deep area because I still have some more scans to get down there. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to get it collected because I'm worried about the base building. That's the whole point of the live streams.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
And of course that. And finally have a use for the repair tool that I've had for quite a while. And I got the battery back. There we go. Take that. That. Yeah, it definitely missed the mark on the whole ATV type thing. I feel like they need to just put together instead an actual like ATV with wheels, because I mean it's definitely not as fluid as it should be for that. And again, it goes back to they missed the mark with the sea truck. You know, they honestly missed the mark with this as well. This is definitely nowhere near what it should be. And it's definitely not an improvement over what we had in the original game. Give me a Cyclops, even if it is difficult to maneuver.
Warning,
I would
emergency
rather have
power
it
only.
than the sea truck. Even if it can't get into every area, I would rather have it and the sea moth right now than the sea truck. But whatever, we're stuck with this, so that's what we're going with. Now I'm gonna have to get that beacon and bring it back here. I'm going in the right direction. I'll get that beacon later, because that I'm just gonna go there anyway to get more supplies out, as well as dive deeper, get some more scans. So that can wait till I have my storage space emptied. Now, let me think. I know where we go to get the moon pool, or not moon, the multi-purpose room. I know where we go to get
Welcome aboard, Captain.
the big room. Big room's gonna take a little bit longer to get to that point, but I can at least get some stuff going here. I'll say I know at least some of that stuff should have been buildable still. Okay, what am I missing on that? Copper ore and quartz. There's copper ore. Do that. And then I can dump a few more lockers in place. And now I should be, now I'm sustainable. I have everything. This is pretty much the point I would be. We're coming up on 2 hours, and I think the last season we did on Subnautica, about this point I was building or getting stuff ready for the Cyclops, to get it going. I was that far along by comparison. So it definitely feels sluggish in this game still. Like, I'm just not progressing anywhere close to the same way I was in the original. Of course, I have to admit the fact that the original game I played through a lot of times, which means I know a lot more about it very specifically on like where certain things are and so forth, so it's easier to find things in. Now I'm not even going to organize. I'm just going to dump certain things in at random right now. I will try to keep these together at least. But this is going to be food and water supplies. And my little buddy. I wonder if I can place him now. I can't drop him here. Alright, at least I can hold him. He's my little buddy. He's my cuddle buddy. For, the dark, scary nights on this planet. Do food, and this is gonna be my tools just so I can keep easy reference for where stuff like that I don't need go. Prawn moth, the transformer style. Now that, I don't know about that. Maybe if they gave something that could adjust a bit more towards an all-terrain vehicle, it would be, handle a lot of different styles of terrain, make something that can adjust a little bit more than the Snow Fox. Maybe they could do something kind of like, you know, a combination that way you don't, I mean, in this case you kind of got certain stuff with the sea moth being very specific to a certain style of gameplay. Prawn suit is specific to a certain set of mechanics in the game. That would require basically creating not a specialist, but an all-around one that can do some things, but not everything. So you still probably end up having them create something for specialization, and that would just be a case of, like, if you just want a general use one, which is why I still say take the fabricator module and take the storage modules of the sea truck and throw them out. Get rid of them and allow for a customized module, one that you can put your own stuff in however you want it to be. And there you see that delay, how it doesn't, it takes some random points and just says, I'm not going to update that when you're trying to move this one item. Stopping the player from going off endlessly. Right now, there's actually some spots. I haven't been out there yet since I started playing again, because I haven't just had the time or need to drive that far in the sea truck, but there is an area that you can actually go and just keep driving along, and it's one I think is just like a general, this just goes on and on, you know, off into the distance up to a certain point where it's then kind of, well, you know, now we're just gonna have, you can't go that far, like there's nothing generated for that. I know in the original game you could go a pretty long distance before it would like do something to kind of bring you back, but I haven't done that in this one yet, because I'd have to kind of just dump everything off of the sea truck so it gets the best speed and put in the horsepower module and just kind of drive. But yeah, I as far as I've seen, most cases where you can't just go off the map, it is bounded by some kind of mountain ridge. You've got something that's actually enclosing things, and then you got some areas that, I mean, last time I was there, they were still unpolished, you know, terrain not even done yet. So there's probably some places where they're still going to have stuff that even at this point in the game is not there, and they're going to be adding it, so you're still gonna have a lot of new stuff to look for. So there's no telling, they may have an open void type spot in the game, but I'm honestly leaning more towards, I think they're going to do kind of like, we're going in opposition to this, you know, the original game, where instead we're going to have it be instead it's going to be, if I can find that spot, everything enclosed. The original game had the void. This is going to be just completely enclosed. And why can I not find that when I'm looking for it? Like, wait a second. Okay, seriously. Alright. That is right there. What? Is it invisible? Oh, it's just that dark. Look at that. That's like really dark without the lights on it. That's just really hard to see at night. It did look like it was a little dimmer inside for some reason. David, I'm sure there's probably going to be a multiplayer mod, but just like the current multiplayer mod for original Subnautica, it's not officially supported. You know, it's kind of buggy. I know there's a few of the game server hosting companies that have started experimenting with hosting a Subnautica server, but I think most of them are still not doing it because there's so many issues with trying to get it to work right. Actually, you know what, we're gonna go find that base again. Should be fairly easy to see because of that visual glitch with the hatch on it. Of course, I am going in completely wrong. There we go. That's not even like the hatch. I slipped back of it. It just acted like there was nothing there covering up, so I was seeing inside the tube.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yeah. I'll get to it. I'll eat at some point. Okay, tools, that goes in. Actually, doesn't look like I have that much once I've compressed it all down. Let's get some more water. And I'll get some food. Then we're going to go back. Let's say, I know I could go towards the mountain. It's right over there. But I have not been given the maintenance request, so I don't know if it's just going to automatically trigger it when I get there because I'm in proximity, or if it's going to say, oh, wait, you're not supposed to be here yet, so say nothing. And I have to go back anyway. But even if it doesn't trigger, we can go to the mountain and unlock the multi-purpose room. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to head up there after I eat a bunch of fish. Oh, look at that. Yes, there we go. And probably a good time to save. This is my second time to save since I started 2 hours ago. Alright, I'm going to take this just because I might have a lot of supplies I want to load up on. Should be that way. Okay, I'm off a little bit. I think I see it. Maybe I was at... Nope, there it is, yeah. I noticed the terrain loads a lot slower in this game than the original. I mean, there's points I've come up to something. Now, I've just been sitting there looking at blank terrain for 15-20 seconds right in front of me before it finally loads something in for it.
Signal location
Oh, there we go.
PDA. Repairing the nearby radio
Just because I got close
amplify
enough.
your signal enough to contact the Vesper.
Alright, we're gonna go contact them, or at least go look at it. I still have to go get the supplies for it, but you know, this way I can get the other stuff. I'm pretty sure this is where I scanned the multi-purpose room, because I know, you know, it's so weird. There's some spots you can't scan certain items that are right there in front of your face and are, you know, usable. We're taking some heat fruit. I'm still waiting for that to be a feature that you can plant the heat fruit. It may be, and I just haven't got to that point in my other save. But that is one thing I definitely want. I want to be able to plant that and carry it with me in my vehicle. Because, oh yeah, 15 food, 20 water, and it provides body heat. That's like the ultimate food right there. That's better than anything else right now. I like how they placed it right here, so you know, while you're working, you got the heat lamp on you. You know, keeps you toasty warm. You know, sets your hair on fire because you're a little too close to it. Like, Bob, did you get a tan? No, I've just been in the mine all day over there, you know, looking at sulfur samples, and I got a little toasty on top. And another habitat builder. I need a use for the dead, no battery habitat builders. I don't need to get 2 of them. Alright, multi-purpose room, there we go. JR Grass, I don't know about that. I've never had a problem with the game crash because I had too much cash stored. I've never had anything happen like that. And, yeah, I know, Travis, they got a lot of optimization. I don't remember the optimization being, you know, quite this far away in the original game where, you know, it's fine in some areas, you're perfectly okay, then you get to another spot and it suddenly is like, I can't render this terrain without a lot of work. And I don't know why you can't scan that coffee box. You can scan the bounty, but you can't scan the coffee box. I think that's the coffee box you can actually use. Either way, I've got multi-purpose room. We can go build. Planter pot for when I get that. I'll throw a multi-purpose room if I need to on the existing base. I still want to get like the big rooms. I like that better now. I think I'm getting used to it. I definitely want to focus more on it just to see how I can build with it. Like, what can I do different now that that's an option? And of course, we still have this for the observatory, which I can scan the observatory, but I can't open the door. That's kind of like a cheat right there, you know? I really, I want to get inside and look out at the nice view. Why is it locked so I can't do that? Alright. Stop up here and grab that. Scan the tower. Say, hey. Alright, so yep, I need that. An advanced wiring kit. Wiring kit won't be that bad to get now. But I gotta go find that salvage. And I wonder if I'm actually going to encounter like a different situation now, where in the other save it's broken a second time, asking me to get more salvage, and there's no more salvage. I know I want that teleport module quickly. I'm ready to just be running around and be like, alright, I'm tired. I don't want to walk all the way back. I want to teleport again. That's just like the ultimate option for people who are like, I'm just tired of all the slow walking around. I'm just gonna, use this. Make a short trip of it. And that's some big pieces of hail. I mean, look at that. That's like the size of my hand, it looks like. And I'm taking no injury. I mean, it's nice that I don't get hurt, but you think that would probably hurt a little bit. Let's eat one of those. Let me out. And there's, is that it? No, that's the way into, maybe that is. I see it. Oh, there's one spot where you see eruptions, but it doesn't actually show the magma pool. And then another spot where you have eruptions with the magma pool, and you can actually build around it for thermal power. I think that's the thermal power one. The other one is what leads into the prawn suit area. Oh yeah, this is the heat source one that I've built at in the other save. Lots of silver, gold, and diamond in this area now. Oh, and magnetite! Something I would actually need a lot of if I was modding right now with the auto sort. I get very low drop on lead, it seems, with this. I seem to get better results on gold and silver than I get lead. There we go. Oh, there's a couple of spots here that have a lot of really good... Yeah, there we go. Some more magnetite. Remember, I think I have to have it for some stuff with the scanner room initially. Got some diamond. That's the back way in over there to the prawn suit area. Alright, so we've got that. And now, basically, I have to... And let's say we've got 2 hours, 10 minutes we've been at this. Usually go 3 hours, so 50 minutes. I have to repair the radio so they can contact me. They'll send down the pod with the upgrades for this to let me get lower. I'll get the marker for the glacial basin, which is where I can go and get the big room. So we might be able to just in time get the big room today and be ready to start real building work on the next live stream. Tons of supplies now. This is gonna start filling up. Yeah, I'm just gonna save this stuff until we get a proper room, or the big room, so I can use that. Oh, and yeah, I don't need the extra habitat builder. If it came with a battery, different story. Richest Gamer, I'm glad you enjoy them. Glad it helped you out. Let's see. Alright, we're going to the beacon now. We're going to get... I've got scans down below. And I want to get that beacon out so I can mark the base. Because it, you know... It won't give me a marker on the base until I build the control room. So I've got a little while before I'll have that. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I've already gotten this one. Yep. So we'll do quick collection of this stuff. I'll repair before I get too much more damage.
Hull damage imminent.
And then we're gonna head out towards the purple vents. Purple vents being where I will find the piece of wreckage. I think that's the one that had the... Well, that was the... Ow! You stop that. That's the one with the metal salvage part. The, you know, now not just a normal occurrence in the game, the very specific salvage from the very old ship that I need to get to fix the radio tower. And with that fixed, we'll get the signal, hopefully be able to get things rolling. Because I will have to be able to go a lot deeper with this to get into the glacial basin. So I think it's this way. Well, welcome back, Freddy. I know if I follow along the vents over there, I'll find the big one. You know, it had something in there. I think it was the other. Oh, and I'm going to need a laser cutter too. Oh, I forgot about that. I need the laser cutter to get into one of them to get the stuff out of it. I've got sulfur and such, but I don't have... do I have the unlock for the laser cutter? It's funny, I've only found one grab trap thing so far. Just like my other game save, I found one stasis rifle scan, and that's it. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen right now. Because I still need the cutting, laser cutter. Purple vents. Where are you? What? Let's just... What was that noise coming from? That was a creature. I just want to make sure it's not the Cheliceraate. Oh, there we go. I recognize this little spot. What we get? What we get? What we get? Booster tank. Oh, that's right. A thing I never really use. Alexander, the storyline is not complete. What the catch is, this is the complete version of this storyline because they're not going to update it anymore like this. They're going to revamp the storyline. So the story that you have now is going to be potentially, and I would say most likely, very different from what it's going to end up being when full release comes out. So if you're wanting to get the full experience, I would say play it now and play it when full release happens. Because you're going to get, I would say most likely, a very different story than what they've got currently implemented. Just because they realize the story kind of is very lackluster compared to the original game. So they're going to be doing a big overhaul of it. Alright, we got a little bit of stuff. Let's go grab supplies, unlock stuff. Oh. There he is. There's the big boy. Alright, look, I'm not bothering you. You stay over there. It actually looks better in the cinematic style of the color gradient, and he's after me. At least he can't glitch through the terrain like, you know, Leviathans in the original game are quite known to do, even still, but they never fix that. Ow. Yeah. See ya. Okay. It's very dark. It's just... There we go. Sulfur plant. Scanned separately from the crash fish himself. Let's see. Alright, so... Laser cutter, if I'm remembering right, that was part of the sea monkey nest, and I think that was the sea monkey nest that are at the edge of this and the lily pads. Oh, no, you don't. No, no, no. Go away. Oh. I ran into their party. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to disturb you. There's like 3 of them all together, just like having a little hangout, you know? What tool would I like from early access Subnautica? How about the terrain manipulation gun without the resetting effect on the terrain and without the massive you know, lag that comes from changing too much terrain and having to keep track of the changes. Make it more adjustable on the terrain. Let us change it all and dig out places for secret bases if we want. Let us do more with the game, devs. That's what I would want. I feel like Subnautica is a good survival game and a good building game, but it's not great in either side. You know, it's not a great building game because really, compared to other building games, we're limited. And it's not a great survival game because compared to other survival games, it's limited because there's things that you don't have to worry about in this game. You know, it's simply food and water. You know, more survival specific games, you have focus on things like your calorie intake being the right amount. Control room, there we go. The calorie intake, you gotta have, like in Green Hell, it was proteins, fats, and carbs. You had to worry about that. It wasn't just, do you eat? You know, you can't just subsist off of coconuts the whole time and be fine. And then, you know, the forest, you had to sleep or you started to go crazy. Green Hell, you'd pass out from exhaustion. Yeah, in this game, I have yet to sleep. Not even once have I slept. Oh, hey. Come here. 5 hits with the thermal blade. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you don't. You're not going to your base for help. 9, 10 hits. So, thermal blade, 5 hits to kill him. 10 hits for the regular blade. Not bad. And now back here, I think I have more scans. Or no. I have one more crate to open. And then the one that I have to cut into it last time had nothing in it. It's just a ripoff. I cut this open because it's locked and then, nothing here. There we go. Alright, so food and water. I'm going to dump that water in there. I like to cycle out the better water as much as I can. That one will have to be cut open later. And if I'm here, or is it? It's near this spot. Where is it? There is nearby. There's that little research spot or whatever, monument spot. The precursor tech I can scan, and then it's right above. Yes, there we go. See, I've got like the squid sharks here. They're after me. Yeah, go away. So I could go to the little spot over here, the other little base, and get a few things, but I'm not going to get anything that significant, which is the unfortunate part. Right here, though, I can find one of the openings safely enough. We have sea monkey nest down there I can scan for some nice supplies.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Alright, there we go. Let's repair in case I get attacked. You did, all you did was build base with, build one base with modules located in different biomes, so all the modules were fueled by a single energy source and it couldn't handle it because of cache issues. That's, yeah, definitely not good. I haven't really built that many bases in the game at one time. Generally, I've built one. I'm probably in the other game save that I'm doing for the videos. I'm going to end up building soon a base in the glacial basin. I know I want to do that with this game, as I'm going to build like a nice big base in the glacial basin, even though it means I'm going to have to tote a lot of resources there. I guess I'll swap that until I can get back to the ship. Isn't this scannable? I can't remember. I thought I could scan it. And that's leading down further. I'm going back. Because I don't like this. You know, I'm still limited on oxygen. I think I find the ultra high capacity tank in this area though. And there's just no oxygen plants here to take advantage of. And I cannot go deep enough yet. This definitely feels more tedious in this game than the original game. This ultra high capacity tank fragment, yep. Obviously there's something with the sea monkey nest being scanned. It's either bugged and it keeps scanning it like the bladderfish do the first run, or it's actually supposed to be unlocking something. I know at one point it unlocked things. If you scan so many, it would like, oh yeah, you just scanned this and it unlocked the ultra high capacity tank for me because I scanned enough of the nest. Horsepower upgrade, yep, we're gonna do that. I'll probably wait and get the moon pool and vehicle upgrade console going this time, so I don't worry about a fabricator module for the sea truck, and I keep things a little bit more spry in terms of how fast it moves. Don't you even think about stealing my stuff. No, 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 no. That's right. You give it back. All right, as I was almost done scanning. There, that's all I needed. Jerks. Well, I want to tame them. I want to actually make them my pets and just mess with them. It's punishment for that sort of stuff.
30 seconds.
I got this. Alright, that's ultra high capacity tank. I definitely want to go build that. Actually, I need the modification station for that. Do I have the modification station? Yes, I do. Okay, so yeah, I can make that. So let's head back in this direction. There it is, right there, the wreck. We'll go to the wreck, and maybe I can get the part I need. We can still, let's see, we got just over 30 minutes. I can get this. I know when I did this originally, it was like a lot of going all over the place, you know, and cutting through doors, but it actually doesn't require that. There's a lot of openings at the moment that you can kind of find your way through. That's what I want. Drink this.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, let's make this quick. Can't remember if there is a room in here that I actually have to have the cutter, or if it was I found another way into it. Why does it feel like my viewpoint has shrunk at this point? Like, okay, that's the sealed door. I have to get in there for that. I do believe I will need the cutter to get in there. And that's the only way I can get in there. Is either that door or the other door. And that's where I get one of the items I need in order to fix the antenna. Go ahead and swap that in. I think there was an underside spot, and then there was the spot over. Yeah, there's a spot under there. That was a little harder to see, especially from this angle. There it is. Yeah, because you wouldn't notice it as readily if the terrain actually loaded correctly and timely. Boy, the filmic style does make it harder to see some stuff in this. Another battery, that's helpful. Right, there's the door. Somewhere there was an air pocket that I got into. I can't remember how I got to that. What is that? Oh yeah, and this is the one that leads around the front to that other door I have to cut through. I'm thinking this is the one where you can't get through without cutting. Whoa. A little stuttery there. For some reason. That worries me. I'm thinking I'll take that out. Some extra food at least. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking save because it stuttered pretty badly right there. And alright, we need a laser cutter. That's probably gonna be the hang up, is finding the unlocks for the laser cutter. I'm thinking that's the other sea monkey nest somewhere else. Can't remember if it was the ones over in that direction I was in earlier or if it's ones over here. It's like, oh, and I got a spare power cell. I need to put that in because I'm only running one power cell right now. Guys, leave me alone. No! Why does my sea truck look tasty to them? What about it says this is food? Is it the yummy metallic smell? Is that what it is? Oh, well, that's another spot for some good lithium. I'm gonna get this. At some point, I will need a lot of lithium in the when I start building the real base. So, might as well take advantage of it. I have yet to collect any salt for anything, really. So I'll just take some salt too. Oh, they're fighting again. Or I think he did try to bite him. It looked like. I'm glad to see we have more creature combat at least in this version, whereas the original game we had like. Nah, they don't fight each other. They don't care about each other. They just kind of whatever. Look at that. He got a chunk on him right there. Yeah. He pushed him down. I totally see some creature battle videos coming from all of this. Somebody's going to sit there and just use creative to pit creatures against each other. Absolutely. Alright, that's what I was looking for. I think this is the cave system with the other sea monkey nest that might have what I need. Bowl plant. We're real inventive in this game, you know, or in this part in timeline of human history where we're like, that's a bowl plant. We're just gonna call it the bowl plant. Wasn't there okay, I think, yeah, I remember something about one found with the eruption happening. Sea monkey nest, again. Propulsion cannon fragment. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna get this. Nothing. Got that. Oh. Laser cutter fragment. Okay, maybe I can make this happen today. I need 3 of them. Maybe not making this happen today. Oh yeah, and I haven't collected a single egg yet. I still haven't been able to get them to hatch any eggs. I don't need it, but it's titanium. Come on, give me... Yes. Laser cutter fragment. Alright, 2 of 3. We're gonna make this happen. I want to go get... At least get the signal going today. Come on. We can do this. Excuse me. I wonder if they'll do something in this with like the sea monkeys where you can kind of trick them into following you. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Be like, yeah, come on, chase me. And because of that, you lead them along to a certain point, and then you can, you know, be like, oh yeah, you're, I'm doing, now that you're here, why don't you just hang out with me over here, you know? Like, animals in Minecraft kind of thing. You know, you lure a cow over to your base and like, oh yeah, you just hang out here. My home is your home. I want you to hang out, and at some point I will either milk you or slaughter you for some steak. Wow, my battery's getting low for the scanner. Oh, 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 oh! Don't attack me, Crashfish. I heard you. No, yes. Alright, there we go. I kind of went right over it. Alright. Back out. Back to base. Build the laser cutter. Get my food squared away. My water. Swap some batteries around. And we go back over to that wreck and try to get that piece. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's got the salvage I was able to get before. And if we get that, then it's advanced wiring kit. That's what it is. I can make another one of those too. So we've got 23 minutes, roughly. You know, I just realized I haven't had Timmy on the channel or on the live stream yet. Hi, Timmy. Hi. You feel like neglected? You're like, nobody's been shown me yet. You haven't let them see the glory of the Timmy. And then I forgot the beacon. I forgot to grab that and mark the new base location. Timmy's like, oh, nobody's been, you get to pay attention to me. Nobody saw me so far. You forgot me over here. Timmy, you're being oddly quiet. Normally you're, you know, moving around constantly. He doesn't like his Christmas tie. See? He's got his little bow tie to make him look all formal. You know, like he's going to a party, but he doesn't want to be too formal. Well, he's dressed down except for the tie. I did forget the beacon.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I know with this game, I'm doing way more vehicle repairs than I do in original Subnautica. Mainly because stuff seems to have more attraction to it for attacking. You know, as more stuff wants to attack it now than in the original game. But in the original game, you get like a little bump from something, you're fine in the sea moth. Now it's like you get bumped and like, oh, there's 9 points of damage. You know, I've had points where I've just bumped into a wall and taken more damage than being bitten by a Cryptosuchus. Oh yeah, that's the scans I was looking at earlier. I was like, I need to go over there and get those for titanium. I think I've got enough for the moment. Let's just get laser cutter going and head out to the that wreck spot again. Park over here. I think that's pretty much in that direction. Of course, I'm going to take all this out because I'm going to have some more supplies coming back. It's kind of sad when the entire storage space of it can be emptied out and transferred between it and your base in
Aboard, Captain.
2 trips or less. Or, well, 2 trips, because you can't do half a trip. But, yeah, 2 trips, and you can pretty much empty all the storage out and carry it back inside. It's like not even an upgrade to the sea moth in the end. I think that's... Is that the dead battery? Nope, that's the good battery. Alright, we're going to swap that battery. And... Yep, got one in there so I don't have to go back out yet. There it goes. I love how it has that sound like, oh yeah, you've already closed this, but it takes a moment to catch up. Alright, we're going to do beacon for the base, which I won't even need once I have the command room built. Let's say we need... Yeah, that one recharged as well. Actually, alright, food and water is good on that. I'm going to stick to the higher quality ones. Oh, now Timmy's like, hey, since you said something, now I want to hang out up here with you. Like, what's going on? Here you go. Here's more treats. That's the last of them. You better make them count, Timmy. He is predominantly a Dachshund. I'm not sure what else he is. I assume, based on his appearance, he looks like he's some kind of terrier as well. But he's mainly listed from the profile as a Dachshund. He does have the little stubby legs, but he does have like that kind of longer body to him, and then, you know, slightly longer than a terrier. And he's got the little floppy ears. Timmy, Victory Shout says hi. Yes, he's got his formal tie, his tuxedo tie. He's also got another one. It's a longer tie with like rhinestones on it, and that tie is red. That's probably gonna be his Christmas tie. And the other week when he got groomed, they gave him a Christmassy bandana. So he had a little bandana around his neck. It was all Christmased out. He just doesn't like wearing that one because it doesn't clip on. It has to be tied, and he doesn't want to sit still to have it tied. Alright, I'm trying to follow along where I know this will be. It usually stays... It's over on the side towards the vents like this. And then you cut across to the lily pads. Hello world, full releases next year. That's all I can tell you. Don't know when next year. They just said 2020. Considering they're doing a major revamp of the story, you know, probably starting over from scratch on most of it. I'm thinking second half of the year, if not end of the year. You know, it might be... This might be a good Christmas present for somebody next year, is where it might stand. It may end up being almost Christmas before full release happens. Or it could end up being, you know, August or something like that. I do not see it happening before that point. And I just realized I drove off. I never made my laser cutter. No, I did not. I put everything away. I got my food and my water, and I started talking with Timmy because he came over to, you know, climbed up on my chair. Is that right, Timmy? He's like, I'm sorry, but I want a snack. There's more snack pieces. Chew your dental chew. That's what it's there for, to make your breath smell good. Keep those teeth white. Alright, we're gonna get laser cutter. I can still do this. We're gonna get the laser cutter. We're gonna head right back over here. We're gonna get that. Oh, I also need to go ahead and get the advanced wiring kit to take up there too. That's also something else I forgot. I know I made it in my video series, I made it and I forgot to take it out of storage when I put it in storage on the sea truck. This time I'm not doing it. This time I'm just gonna make it, keep it in my inventory. And I forgot to also put that spare power cell in. Yeah, because I only have one power cell in right now. Let's go toss that in. That'll give me a nice boost on my... Oh, wait, no, I do have 2 power cells. That's funny. You make 1 power cell to create it, but you get 2 power cells in the end. Like, how's that work? 2 diamond, a battery, titanium, and... Okay. So we're going to just take the cheap battery out. Yeah, I don't have any there. Okay, 2 diamond, I think. Nope. I had sulfur. Hey, 2 diamond. Sulfur. Maybe some titanium. How much titanium did it say? Oh, just that. There we go. Alright, laser cutter. Now I'm going to need the 2 gold, 2 silver, 3 gold. Okay, the table coral samples could be the problem here. 3 gold. Alright. Please tell me I've got enough there stuff. Don't make me go out for it. 2 table coral samples. 2 copper for copper wire. Right. Oh no, not... Don't tell me I'm out of copper. Again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so 2 copper. Copper wire, 3 gold for that. 2 silver. Where's my silver? Did I have silver? Am I out of silver? Nope. There we go. Okay. I would use all the recipe pins, and I didn't even realize I had pinned it there. I'd use the pins more if it was automatically clearing it when you complete the build. But it doesn't. And there we go. Advanced wiring kit. And now we can get rid of that pin. Okay, so advanced wiring kit. I have no bladder fish. I have nothing. Let's just say I'm going to get this done. I've got... There's heat fruit I can grab on the way into the... on the way into the other base up there to do the repair. Yeah, we're going to take this because... it's faster. And safer. Yeah, it's same thing as the Cyclops. You get 6 power cells out of it, you know. That's why there's actually mods, or I know of a mod at least, that rebalances some of the cost in the game for people who felt like it just wasn't realistic enough. They could actually use a mod to make it harder to build some of that stuff. And it just basically increased the resource requirements significantly. I didn't do it because I was more concerned with building big. If I was wanting it for just realism of normal survival gameplay, I'd probably do that, and I'd also want to get a mod that makes sleep a requirement in the game. Like I said, it's not really a good game in terms of the survival element if you don't have to sleep ever. You know, that's where survival games, usually you have to sleep in the survival games. You know, keep your sanity, keep your energy level up. You know, there's different reasons why they do that, but sleep is a requirement in most survival games. So this is not a true survival game. This is more of a, you know, a role-playing type game where you're playing the role of this person, and that's really it. It's a building game. There's a lot of building elements, but it's not that well developed in terms of the building element itself. And did I take the wrong turn? I think I did. Yeah, there you go. Is this where she drops in to see me, or? No. Okay, it's after this. It's the next time I come up here. She stops by and is like, hey. Not again. This is where I'm not. It's going on 3 hours. I'm not thinking straight now. I'm just trying to get this done quickly, and I keep messing up. I made the laser cutter. I made the advanced wiring kit, but I forgot I need to take the laser cutter back and use it to get the salvage piece. Yeah. So I wasn't even supposed to be coming here yet. And I'm not sure relative-wise to this location where it is. We're going to rush back, even if it means me jumping off a cliff edge and hurting myself a little bit. And stuff like this is why I don't like the land element of the game, where you're actually like going up in the glacial basin. I'm not a fan of that, because you get stuff like this where you can't see anything. Yes, it's part of the whole environmental thing, but that's the case of, like, in a whiteout, you generally stay out of, you know, you stay indoors. You don't go wandering around because you get lost. Endless Mystify. Usually we go 10 more minutes, but I am dead set, especially since I have not been focusing right. I've been kind of getting distracted. We're going to try to at least get the radio tower fixed so I can get my message out, say hi to everybody up on the space station, but what's up, and get at least maybe in the next 10-15 minutes the next drop pod, the supply drop coming in, so that I have the the depth module upgrade for this, so I have a proper vehicle, as she says, I think, in the message. Even though, you know, to me that's a joke. Proper vehicle, then get rid of this thing. Get rid of the sea truck and give me a proper vehicle. And I know I went all over this place previously, and I want to say I was hoping to find a way to get in other than cutting the door, but I'm pretty sure they made it where you have to cut the door. Yes, there's some areas that are just... There's an area that you can't get into regardless. What was it? Okay, another power cell. That's, I mean, useful. There's something I scanned over here. I love how intact that is, too. Everything else is covered in growth, but that's intact. There's that water spot. Oh, yes, I remember now. The water spot is what... Okay, it wasn't something in here then. It wasn't something I picked up from in here. Was it? It was upstairs. It was where that water, the little air pocket is. I gotta remember how to get there. There's a way to get up there. You hit that air pocket, you're good. A couple power cells. Yeah, let's toss that in. And a spare battery. Actually, battery comes with me, because I don't want to be stuck in here and ripping the battery out of something I might need. So, let me think. There's so many twists and turns. I feel like I'd have to go through here too, maybe. Or this is the other side of the door that I just tried to avoid cutting. I can't remember. There's so many twists in this. And the darker contrast of the filmic coloring just does not help. Yeah, that was the door I just tried to avoid cutting. That's that, okay. So if it's up there, it's somewhere over this way. Is the way out? Yep. That spot I went out on. Wish it was like the other one where I could just like swim in and be like You know, this one actually has like interaction where you can bump into it. There's that other one that you can swim right through most of it. Also, I noticed how much of a difference there is speed-wise. If you saw it there at the end, the Sea Glide slows down in the structures. You don't get the same speed when you're swimming through a structure that you do the rest of the time, which is kind of annoying. It's like, I understand, you know, a little bit more control, but it's like, if you could slow it down in a structure, you can certainly speed it up more outside of a structure. It's not like we're using the maximum speed allowed on it and we just, you know, throttle back. It is more, obviously there's some room we can improve upon in terms of speed. We're just not doing it. Alright, seriously, where is that? There's another room up here too I'm missing. I feel like you could get through here, but you can't. There's that downstairs. That leads up. That's what it was. It led me upwards. Through that. I think is what it was. So. I've been in here. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I could have avoided the laser cutter to get in here, I believe. There we go. This is also very buggy right here. It's like, I'm in the corner. I'm obviously above the water, and then it's like, oh no, you're not gaining oxygen here. Alright. This is the room I was looking for. Shipwreck PDA. Okay. Yep. PDA that somehow still has some power to it. After this thing has obviously been here for a while. Or no, it's not this one. It is not this wreck. It is the other wreck. That's right. This is the one I came back to, looking to see if I could find another piece of salvage, because it's supposed to, I think, have one, and it doesn't. Whoa, whoa. Okay, just, you know, that was a very buggy thing right there. Got me very worried. I was about to, like, have the game crash. Alright, we're going out. I think I can find my way quickly enough to the other spot. Yeah, that is totally avoidable without using the laser cutter. So that's got to be something with the laser cutter. There is supposed to be a piece in the other section, and it's just not showing up there now for some reason. It's missing, even though it's supposedly needed for part of the game story. I don't remember seeing that much titanium right there next to it. But it's got to be somewhere in this direction. We're still going to try for it. Uses fear as a way to enjoy the game. I don't really get fear out of this. That's kind of what was being said earlier. You know, it's not as scary as the other game. The fear is, alright, am I going to be able to get back in time to get oxygen? That's like the scariest part of the game right now, is am I going to be able to get back and get some oxygen? Oh, there we go, there. Alright, that's the other spot I was looking for. And right down there, that leads... I can go straight down from here, and it leads me to the underwater, or, you know, the big deep cave area. We got some more precursor tech. Where was it? There was somewhere around here. It's just so much darker with filmic. It really is. I mean, yeah, greater contrast, but in some cases it makes it almost impossible to see very much. Especially during the nighttime. And there we go, right there.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
Yeah.
Hull damage imminent.
And I know this one. This has got the bug on it. And Timmy is now really getting eager. He's like, come on, bud, let's go. Hi, Tim. Oh, you're like, come on, let's go play. Let's go do something. Timmy, you got a few more minutes to give me. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, I know. Yeah, afterburner upgrade, after I've already found stuff for making it. Yeah, this is the only spot I think I know of. Endless, I don't really want hints because part of this is for me to just play it, get familiar with it, and also I've already played on this. I've only done this recently one time. There we go. There's the shipwreck salvage. That's supposed to be in the other one as well. It's just it's not showing up there. All right, so there we go. We got that. And where's Bob? There we go. Sea truck. Now we can go. Let's see. Right at 3 hour mark, we can go at least get the radio repaired, which means maybe it'll quickly give me the drop pod with the upgrades. Timmy, I know. You're like, hey, let's hang out. Hey, don't give me that look. Okay, you want up? Want me to pick you up? No? Alright, ramming speed. Move! Get out my way. Hitting them does less damage than getting bit by them. Timmy, you want to jump up? You want to hop up? No? Come on. Hop up. No? You just want to stand there and let me scratch your head. Okay. We can do that. I'm gonna one-hand this while I scratch Timmy's head to my side because he doesn't want to jump in the chair, but he wants attention. I mean, I'm just gonna pick you up in a second. I'm not gonna give you a choice. I'm just gonna grab you and toss you up in my lap and let you sit here with me. As soon as I know I'm not being attacked. There we go. Oh yeah, let me switch back. Repair tool. Alright, and I've got that. I'm gonna put that in. I got the salvage, and where's my advanced wiring kit. There we go. Alright, Timmy, come here. There you go. Now, sit. Say hi. He's gonna play for me. You're not the microphone around, is that it? Alright, you're just gonna sit there and chill for a minute, Timmy. Because you can do this. There. Okay. There you go. Now he's fine. He's getting comfortable. He's just gonna lay in my lap. That's all he wants. There it is. I love that this regrows so quickly. I am so ready to be able to plant heat fruit. Like, seriously, that's such an awesome plant in this game for food. I just want to have a whole bunch of heat fruit all in one big room in my base, or each base in the game, and it'd be like, that's all my food right there. It doesn't spoil, at least not right now. And, I mean, it's such great nutritional value, plus the fact that it warms you up. So perfect to plant and keep in the base if you're going to do the build in the glacial basin. There she is. I knew she's supposed to come here. Quick, Timmy, protect, attack.
Are you sure I'm the kind of gal you want to be following?
I don't mean you any harm.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
Hello in
Where are you
India.
going with that tablet?
I don't trust
Karsh
anyone who's
Gupta.
too big
I hope
to
I'm saying that
fight
right.
or too greedy
Thank you,
to
Endless.
buy. I'll
Thank
tear
you,
us both.
Karsh.
Wait.
Pilatus, I've never seen the main cabin despawn. Oh, that I know they changed the base with the recent update up here. As if I remember right, it used to have that piece that came up. It was like a loop around, or or not a loop around. It was like you climbed up just to step out and look at stuff. And apparently they're like, that kind of doesn't make sense right there.
Vespa? This is Sector 0.
Yes. Do you
read?
read? Hello.
Are you up there?
What
I
can I
haven't
do
seen
here?
any ships. I'm starting to get...
Robin, I read you. Are you okay?
I got set up in the life
Go ahead,
pod.
do this
I'm
too.
fine. What happened up there?
We lost comms in both launch bays.
Uh-huh.
It's chaos, but nothing that can't be stitched back on.
What about Jeff?
The ship went off course.
All right.
West, towards the glacial basin.
He's still down here.
Supposedly.
Finding him is not the priority.
Uh-huh. Yes, it
Ships are
is.
all out of action, and we've got people stranded in other sectors. I need you to stay safe until we can send a rescue team.
See, again,
I've done this before. I'll be okay.
you'd think they'd be more prepared for something like this. Like, hey, we're prepared to send down and pick you up.
Roger
As
that.
opposed to, yeah, we're going to send down a
feel better
rescue
knowing
team.
you're still up there.
You'd
Even
think
if
they'd
you
already
are.
have a rescue team kind of ready to go. You'd think they'd be prepared for something catastrophic. But it seems like they weren't. They weren't set up for that sort of thing. I mean, especially coming out here, you got a space station, up there. You'd think you'd be prepared with stuff. One of the first things is set up things down below on the planet in an area where people can survive and have all the stuff they need readily working in order to signal for help if it comes down to that point. But first and foremost, you want to make sure you can get out of there. I think there'd be some kind of ship up there that's kept up there ready to go. I know they said they lost the launch bays, but you think they'd be prepared with something else somewhere. Some emergency backup for that. And let's throw that in. I can't remember if that is that the one it always goes to? No, it actually switched spots on me. Okay. I know some of them seem like they actually go into a specific slot, which is actually preferable. Come on, keep up, game. I'll just put those power cells there as well. All fully charged, ready to go. I'm good. There he's like, I'm just gonna lay over your arm until you do something with me. Alright, so we've got the communications reestablished. I got a base going. I've got supplies. I mean, it's not a great base. It's a temp base still. Definitely not moving as quickly as the first game, Definitely has that more sluggish feel to it. Not just in the fact the sea moth or sea glide feels slower. The sea truck definitely is too slow. But just the fact that I'm not getting as much done. Last time when we started Subnautica again, I had the Cyclops, the sea moth completely done at this point. Granted, I know where everything is, and I was having a really good run, but still, it feels sluggish by comparison at this point in the game. Go ahead, rotate out a bunch of stuff. Oh, I probably should have rotated that. We'll rotate to that one. There we go. But yeah, at least I've got supplies going, and actually, I don't know. I'm gonna take that, put that for food as a backup since I have the other ones. So yeah, I think next time we'll just basically pick up, hopefully have the new drop pod with the upgrades. We'll get some other stuff going, and we'll be able to unlock. We'll go to the basin, unlock the big room, and actually start focusing more on building the big base, and only exploring out after that point for when I need to find new supplies, new unlocks. Really, focusing just on what can we do with the building in the game and stuff like that, expanding some stuff out. And we're going to build in a lot of different places, a lot of different spots, looking for the best geothermal vents, things like that, because I have a feeling, despite as much as they might change in the story itself, I don't think they're going to change a lot in terms of the already created biomes. I think we're going to end up being pretty much set the same as it is now, so thermal vents will still be in the same good spot, so forth. Hey, Prime, sorry you just got home. You're just getting on as we're about to finish. Kenneth, what was that about? We're just getting the communication going, and now once we've got communication, they're supposed to send out a drop pod soon that has an upgrade for the sea truck, so you can actually go deeper and we can actually start progressing. That's going to unlock, actually that's going to unlock all 3 upgrade modules. I think last time I had everything for making them, so we'll be able to upgrade hopefully quickly to the full, or no, I didn't have everything. I managed to find everything near that other base with the ruby and stuff. It'll be easy to get the upgrade modules next time, so we'll have maximum depth on the sea truck already done, and we can start just building the main base. But Karsh, whenever the game is finished, I will start doing the tip videos. There's not much point in doing tip videos now in early access when the game will be changed. I mean, the values we have now, stuff like that, will be completely different possibly in the final game version when they full release, because they'll be tweaking it to balance things out better. So yeah, that will be something I'm going to wait on to see what happens. Maybe we'll do I might do a video on certain things that can be less likely to change.
Robin,
but you're going to have, oh, hey, there we go. Supply drop.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Was waiting for that, actually.
Good.
Good boy, Timmy. You got them to send the supplies down.
Before the storm,
right?
you said you spoke to one of them. One of the architects.
Oh, we're like 3 hours, 12 minutes.
Struck the facility somewhere.
Where's it coming at?
Down.
Where's that coming
Why
from?
aren't you more disappointed?
It's further than we ever got.
Where is it?
I think it's still alive. Robin, I know I can't stop you chasing aliens, but keep
Yeah,
me
I'm gonna
informed
turn
if
that
anything
off.
else happens.
Don't worry. I'll follow the protocols.
I have to write this up. Stay safe.
You know, we'll take out the life pod too. I don't need to see that because... but you're sending a drop pod. Where is the drop pod? I know I did this before. It took a moment for the icon to actually show up. And I don't know why it takes so long for that to happen. You're sending down a drop pod. It's not coming in yet. Yeah. I can't remember if it actually takes a minute or two or a few minutes for it to happen. But yeah, we've already gone over for what I usually do for the live stream, so we're going to go ahead and call it for today. Timmy is wanting to go out, probably use the bathroom, so yeah. Same time next week for this stream. We'll continue with Below Zero, and of course, depending on where you are in the world, either Thursday or Friday, coming up, we'll have another No Man's Sky live stream. And I'm probably going to toss up a poll either later today or tomorrow with the winter sale going on Steam. I want to see what everybody wants to see as a new game, possibly. Something to maybe be a new extra live stream or a new video series game. So I'm going to put some ideas up there of what I'm looking at possibly getting as one of my new games. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. For me and Timmy, we will see you guys next time. Okay?